Okay, you can see it all pulling back now in the middle. Okay, now this is gonna need some adjusting, okay? 100%. When you do and apply this much stretch. Now I have to correct this. This is no good. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show you how complicated this is. There's gonna be a lot of stretch on this. We're gonna be doing the mirror. I did the other side already, which is a textured plastic. I'm not gonna wrap the whole thing. I could if I use seams. So basically to do this, but with seams, would be to put it inlay in here and inlay on the bottom and then do the outer area afterwards. So it'd be a total of 3 pieces. This is really hard to do. So just keep that in mind. I have the camera down right now, but I'm gonna bring you up because it's really high up. So this way you can see over top on how I'm stretching the material and what I'm doing and how it works to be able to actually effectively do this. Now again, this is textured plastic just like the front fender. So the material does not adhere very well to the surface. In order to get the material to stick to this, we need to stretch in the right directions and alleviate tension at our edges. There's gonna be a lot of stretch on this. So if a stone happens to pierce this in the middle somewhere where all the stretch is, yeah, it's probably gonna start to expand and explode open and whatever. So that can happen because there's a lot of stretch that I'm gonna be applying to this material. The area that's really difficult is the top, on this side, top right-hand corner. Because again, look at the curvature on that. It's nuts. Super deep, so it goes in very deep. We've got 90 degrees coming down this way. We've got coming up here, 90 degrees that way, coming in this way, 90 degrees that way. Like it's nuts. Like there's a lot going on this mirror. So the other side is done. I'll just kind of show you what I did. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. Now I could have done a little bit better by getting this around just a bit more on this side, but it's black, who cares? Most of the time people are seeing the vehicle at this side and I like them wrapped. I don't know, it just kind of completes the look. I have my piece already cut. This is already prepped. So let's get into doing this. Let's zoom in. So you're gonna need a heat gun for this, 100%. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take my material, I'm gonna pre-stretch the material. I'll do it exactly how I did it on the other side, because that's how I did it. Pre-stretch the material out, okay? So the top edge right now, the material is pulling across the edge. Okay, we still have to get the material, I have enough on the inside there. The angle's a bit off. Let me just get in front of you for a second there. Try and stay low. Okay, so I'm just pre-stretching that. This might take more than one go. I got it on the first try on the other mirror, but now we have a ton of bunching here. This is the problem area right here. So we're gonna take our material. We can pull the liner off now. Let's get this up, and then we're gonna heat and draw the material down to this corner here. Now this is gonna need some adjusting, okay? 100%. Okay, so I'm expanding as I do this. Very, very important. So the bottom edge here, it has no tension. All my tension is inside here. This one here, this goes that way, okay? But let's see what's going on right here. We're good. The fingers are pulling across. Okay, so we're gonna finish this edge up. And there's like even this little extra piece that sort of runs in here. Again, zero tension at any of these edges. All my tension is pulling across. Now I have to correct this. This is no good. This is what's gonna happen. That means I'm gonna lift this corner up and pull back that way. And I want the material to stay in place when I do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a bit more this way and try to anchor that so it doesn't come undone. And we're gonna lift this up, add a bit of heat, and then pull more aggressive stuff to come below the corner. See that? Come below the corner. Okay, you can see it all pulling back now in the middle. Okay. This is how I did it the first time, and I mean, it held up really well. Better than I had imagined, actually. More stretch over to that corner and expansion. See how my hands are over the top of where I'm landing? That's so critical, guys. Your hand placement, it's not good enough yet. Right here, I still have too much slack. Your hand placement is super important. Well, we're gonna fix this. I'm not even worried about this. Okay, I'm gonna add a bit more heat again. Try and hold the material in place. You might get lift lines and pull lines when you do this, okay? So just keep that in mind. The finish is not gonna come out perfect when you do and apply this much stretch. I think that's better. I can't let go yet. There we go. Okay, so we're at the top edge. Okay, we're good. We're all pulling, the tension is all pulling across the edge. We're good. Okay, now we've got to get these guys out. These are a bit tricky right here because they're way in there. And I don't want to create like cause like hyper stretching with my fingers, and I don't want to undo too much of it either. So I don't want to dig my fingers in there. That causes, I call it hyper stretching, where it kind of permanently damages the material and you see your finger marks in there. Okay, so this is all relatively good. What I can do here is I can do a relief cut. That's going to ease this section up right here, and still tension right here. There we go, much better, and still tension right here. There we go, and then now this will go down really nicely. There's like this little piece that comes out. It's kind of the flow of the mirror, so I wrap it. I could just cut it off at the edge here, but to me it just looks a little bit more complete, and you know, I kind of enjoy the challenge of pushing the limits of material. So you can see the finish is not bad. I've got some pole lines, and they're probably glue lines more than anything else. Okay, we need to get this edge just hooked around a little bit better. So again, there's no tension right here, right now. Nothing. So I'm just gonna take that, flip that around, zero tension on that edge. Now, again, we're gonna have bunching all through here. So we have to take the material and pull down to this corner here while expanding. And like I said, there's a lot of stretch on this. So if our stone hits it and pierces the material, it could, I have to stay on this side so I don't get your way, it could cause the material to sort of just like explode open. You see what's happening there? Okay. I'm expanding left and right. So let's do that again because I didn't get the bottom right. I want to get it pulled tight across the bottom and that inside edge. And there we go. It's a pretty good stretch. I felt that. Again, sort of probably a bit in your way. Okay, let's see. Could be tighter here. That's not bad. It's about the same as the other side, but I got to pull a bit more this way. So let's try that again. Still slightly warm. Give it a bit more oomph. And I'm pulling hard. Okay, so I messed it up there. Again, because I'm not able to see. Now I'm losing my heat. Okay, a bit more heat one more time. I'm gonna get it this time. Again, it's because I'm trying to stay out of your way. But you see here, like this is never gonna pull back. As long as I have edges with no tension. It's just here I have bunching up, and that's just not gonna look pretty. It's gonna be cut back too far, and it's gonna show too much of the black, and I don't want that. So we're gonna add again a bit more oomph on the inside and the bottom side. Okay, I don't need to be perfect around the bottom. I don't need to be perfect around the inside here, but that to me looks better than it was. Let's see. I could probably bring some stretch up this way, just a bit, and that will get that a little bit tighter right there. And I think I'm okay with this. So before we do any cutting, we're gonna heat and get a bit of post heat on this. You have to be very careful with your post heat because there is so much stretch on this material that it's very easy for the material to just kind of split open. So I'm just gonna heat and massage that down as far as it will go around the bottom corner there. That's good. I'm gonna trim around my wrinkles. You notice I didn't put any knifeless tape, so I honestly don't care. I wrapped this the first time. There's no cut marks from my knife the first time, and I didn't use knifeless tape because knifeless tape is just not going to stick very well to this surface. And most likely by the time you finish, what's gonna happen, or by the time you start moving the material around and stuff like that, your knifeless tape is just gonna move all over the place, and it's not gonna be in the position you originally started. Some wrinkles on the top. It's not on the mirror part that I'm wrapping, but I just want it to be a little bit nicer there. Okay. Okay, it's pretty. Like I feel pretty confident with that. We'll see. You'll see in the next update when I rewrap it again in the summer, because I have to, because this new finish is just so crazy. It's a PPF chrome also, but yeah, I'm not even gonna try to tell you too much about it. It's just nuts. Okay, so we're all good. Again, we can't go too hot. So we're just trying to get some heat on there, get the material to adhere better. You can see the lift lines, there's not barely any discoloration, but that can vary from color to color, okay? So I'm just gonna cut on the inside edge here. Still a little bit warm, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Can't see anything from down here. Oh, all right. Ooh, that's awkward too. Okay, I'm gonna hold on here. Make it work. There we go. Just might as well get the inside, the rest of it while I'm up here. The cutting part is, right now, is the easy part. You'll see some of it, but the hard part is getting that wrapped around with no tension. Again, we're going to trim around our creases and fingers and wrinkles, okay? We're not going to leave them there. Okay, so we're good here. I cut to about the corner. Now I can see better. Come around this funny little shape here. It's okay, I kind of like it. Just adds a little bit more style. Get some style points for that one. Come around the bottom. And before I actually cut on the mirror plastic, because I have to cut here and here, I'm going to snap the blade off. Always, always, always. So again, this is a super, super nuts. Can I turn this at all? It'd be nice. It just doesn't want to go, man. Okay, just an awkward angle. The other side was easier because it was, if I was using my left hand, this would be fine, but it's an awkward angle on this side. I gotta put some JB weld in there or something. Okay. Come in underneath here. Like I got a nice little hook around that corner there, so that's good. And not leaving any fingers or wrinkles. We barely have to push with our blade on this because there's so much stretch that the material's thinner, so don't push hard. Okay, we're just going over it, making sure everything feels solid and secure. And then I'm going to get the camera off of the table and show you how this looks more up close or from different angles. Other side over there, you can see, like, you can tell there's black on the inside, but that's only if you're looking for it, because there's so much black on the car as it is. Like there's the ditch lights and there's black trim around where the wiper blades are. There's the hood things where the washer jets are. There's the hinges, all that kind of stuff. So it goes with it. Black goes with everything. And then this is wrapped. That's that funny little section. And I kind of like it because it just adds some more style to it. I could have just cut, it wasn't actually hard to do this part. I could have just cut it off where that line is there, and that would flow too. But just to me, looks a little cooler with it done like that. Right on the top. And so you can see all that. And again, if these were paint matched, you just need two more pieces. You need, well, to set it up, you need one in there and one underneath there. But doing this in PPF is more challenging than doing this in vinyl wrap. Vinyl wrap it would be a breeze. So guys, that's the last part of the series. Well, not the last part. I'm going to give you the full walk around and the rundown inside and outside. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching as always. I appreciate it. Take care.